This is a story of the Buddha. Let's begin. Once upon a time, in the ancient land of Magadha, there lived a young prince named Siddhartha. He was destined for greatness, yet his heart was troubled. He had everything a prince could desire: wealth, power, and a loving family. But within him there was a profound sense of emptiness. One day, Siddhartha ventured beyond the palace walls and encountered suffering for the first time. He saw an old man bent with age, a sick person suffering from pain, and a funeral procession carrying a lifeless body. Struck by the realities of life, Siddhartha resolved to seek the truth behind suffering and the elusive nature of happiness. Renouncing his royal life, Siddhartha embarked on a spiritual journey, wandering the forests and seeking guidance from various teachers. Yet, despite his efforts, he remained unsatisfied. It was during a moment of deep meditation under a Bodhi tree that Siddhartha experienced enlightenment and became the Buddha, the awakened one. With newfound clarity, the Buddha dedicated his life to teaching others the path to liberation from suffering. One of the central teachings he imparted was the importance of love and compassion. The Buddha often spoke of love in its purest form, devoid of attachment or selfish desire. He taught that true love transcends the boundaries of ego and embraces all beings with kindness and happiness. In one of his discourses, the Buddha told the story of a woman named Kisa Gotami. Kisa Gotami had suffered the loss of her only child and was consumed by grief. Desperate to find a way to bring her child back to life, she went from house to house begging for medicine that could revive her son. One wise man directed Kisa Gotami to the Buddha, knowing that only he could offer her the solace she sought. When she arrived at the Buddha's lotus feet, tear-stained, she pleaded before him to bring her child back to life. The Buddha listened to Kisa Gautami's story with compassion and then offered her a profound teaching. He told her to bring him a mustard seed from a household where no one had ever experienced the pain of loss. Believing that such a household must surely exist, Kisa Gautami set out on her quest. House after house, she asked for a mustard seed, but there she only met with stories of illness, death, and sorrow. Slowly, she began to realize the universality of suffering, that her pain was not unique but shared by all beings. Returning to the Buddha empty-handed, Kisa Gautami fell at his feet and confessed her new-found understanding. The Buddha gently explained that the nature of life is impermanent and that suffering is an inherent part of the human condition. Through this realization, Kisa Gautami found solace and eventually became one of the Buddha's foremost disciples. dedicating her life to the practice of love and compassion. Therefore, what is the lesson that we learn in our life from the story of the Buddha? The story of Kissa Gautami illustrates the Buddha's teachings on love, that true compassion arises from the recognition of our shared humanity and the acceptance of life's inevitable ups and downs. In embracing this understanding, we can cultivate a love that transcends personal attachments and brings healing to ourselves and others. Do share your thoughts on the story in the comment box, and please do subscribe for more such stories. Till then, thank you and take care.